Welcome back, iCyber golfers. I have a good one for you today. So today, the course that just dropped from the SkyTrak course play software it's a ForeSight course, and it is La Jolla Pines. You guys know this more famously as being Torrey Pines. We're going to get this round loaded up. I have not played it before, so I'm going to play the first time. And let me rephrase that. I have not played it for you all in the simulated world because it just dropped today. However, I have had an opportunity to play this in real life over the summer. Me and my buddy were there for a technical event at the San Diego Convention Center, and we got the opportunity to play Torrey Pines. We played the North Course while we were there. Absolutely amazing, and it's just one of those things that the TV does not do it justice. The scale of the mountains, the beauty of the shoreline, the paragliders that are all around that you'll see. Probably if they replicate it, we'll see some paragliders there on the 15th hole, which is this massive par 3 that goes extremely downhill from top to bottom. And then your next shot is extremely uphill against the coastline. So I'm hoping to see how they replicate that in this course. I've never been disappointed thus far with any of the offerings from the SkyTrak courseware. So looking forward to playing this for you all. Let's go ahead and get it loaded up. We'll get it set up and let's go through it. So I am going to click next. We are going to play all 18 holes at La Jolla Pines. Let's take a look at the conditions. We are not going to do putted out today. So we're going to do stroke play, double par, again, as always. That's the max score I want to set. I do not oftentimes reach that ever when I'm doing a playthrough with you all, primarily because I do have mulligans on, and if it's that bad of a shot from the get-go, I'm going to replay that shot to try to work on it to get it better. So the next thing is unlimited mulligans are on. We're going to have the pen position set to easy. I do play with lie penalties on to give me a little bit better perspective of how to get out of some of those situations where the rough is rough and it does have an impact to my distance and my spin. I'm going to change putting here in just a second to auto putt. We'll have the 10-foot circle, then we'll have whatever else is beyond that. So we'll have that come into play. Altitude, we're going to leave it at sea level. Green speed, fast, and we're going to have wind conditions off. So let me just make this one adjustment to the putting. So instead of putt out, we're going to auto putt. Let's click next. We are always playing, when I say we, I always play from the silver tees for you all, just to make it hopefully a pleasant experience, a quick viewing session. I'm not all over the place, hopefully, but I'm also not so close that it's not fun to watch because it's so quick. So we're going to play from the silver tees, it's coming in at almost 5,700 yards. So that's a pretty good course there. Let's get it loaded up and let's see what La Jolla Pines looks like. I know what it looks like in real life. I can actually say that. I'm curious to see what it looks like here in the simulated world. I recognize this. I believe this is the first hole we played whenever I was actually there. So things kind of tricky about this is that when you land in the rough, it's a little bit misleading. It looks like it's nice and fluffy, but the second your club digs into it, it grabs. And it makes hitting the ball out of that rough really difficult. Even though your ball looks like it's pristine and sitting up, the rough there is pretty rough. So I do have my control box on, so I'm going to see if that's working right now. We're going to go ahead and start off with the 6-iron, just like we normally would in any round. I just want to see what our Roxor box looks like for right off the bat. So it's not going to be working, and I think I told you guys this. That is because I have my keyboard connected, and then again, if it's connected on the other side, then it's not going to work. So long story short is we're just going to use the keyboard and mouse to aim, and then I'll figure this part out at some point. We're going to aim it out this direction, looking for that 170-yard-ish shot. The one thing about this course that is interesting is the fairways are pretty narrow, but the greens, I mean the rough, it's rough. So first shot here, let's go. Looks like we're playing the south course, but again, let's just get started here. Torrey Pines. Starting off with a 6-iron. Solid contact, I got under it. It will cut back to the middle. Don't think I'm going to get all the distance out of it, but it's in the middle, so I can play that. Ended up going about 150 yards, dead center though. Leaves us about 196 back to the hole. Probably, again, this is a par 4. Yeah, we're going to just still play this 6-iron, try to get it down there. I know it's not going to make it, but again, I just want to get a little bit warmer with this club. Going to aim out this direction just in case it comes back, and then just get a little closer so we can hopefully just chip on from there. So 6-iron again, looking for better contact this time. I hit that on the toe, so that's going to spin out. I did feel that. Trying to put a little more emphasis. And again, this would be bad for me. If I were there in real life, that would be really difficult to hit out of. So it looks like we're about 74 yards out from the pin. That's going to be my sand wedge, which is my 90-yard club. It looks like it's going to knock about 87% off. So let's go ahead and set this sand wedge, get it in there. And then let's make this shot into the green. If we can land it in that one putt, that's great. If not, we just have to take our medicine, take our bogey, and then just get out of there. What we don't want to do is we do not want to land in that bunker. We want to get it out and get it at least onto the green. So going to look to really get good speed on this. Swing speed, ball speed, and get it out of this rough. Aiming it more to the right to try to bring it back over. All right, sand wedge. Got a great shot there, right at the flag. I like everything about it. And we're going to be okay there. It's going to 2-putt us for a bogey. But again, I believe my issue was, let's make sure. That was actually my 3rd shot. Yeah, it'll be 4-5. Yep, so that's going to give us a, I believe, a bogey. So we should be sitting at +1. Yeah, they've done a really great job. I can see the background as we start working our way to that shoreline. Okay, I think we're going to have to go ahead and take the 3-wood out now, just because we cannot take too many chances here if we want to try to meet our objective of +10 or under, which is what I'd like to try to do for you all when I play these rounds. So let's go ahead and take this 3-wood, and let's try to put it down there so we can give ourselves a chance. So aiming for that bunker, looking to bring it back over to the center. That's the objective. 3-wood. Ooh, look at that. That would have, guys would have just made me hit that again and take a stroke. All right, 3-wood. I topped it, and it did read. Cart path. I'm going to take that shot. I got lucky in the fact that it did at least get to the cart path to get me down there further. That was a horrible shot though. If you guys saw that, I topped it, so not quite completely warmed up yet. 169. Yeah, we're gonna have to play a 5-iron, I believe, from here for this yardage to try to reach it. We are in the rough, so we're gonna aim over here. If you notice, they have the towers up. So they have this in that tournament mode, tournament configuration, which is really cool. Which, by the way, that tournament's actually coming up in the next 2 weeks in the Simulator Golf Tour. So here we go. I think it's the Farmers, which is played at Torrey Pines. Here we go. 5-iron, trying to get it down there. Hit a little bit fat. I did not realize I pulled it that much. And we hit a tree. And back into the fairway. How about that? You see that spin I put on it? Only joking. 51 yards out. Gonna focus on the contact here. Haven't hit a flush one yet, so still trying to get my synchronization here in check. 50 yards. We're gonna go with an approach wedge from that distance. Looking for a little half shot kind of situation here. So with the approach wedge, half shot, that's what we want right there. Approach wedge, half shot. It's a great shot right there. Let's see if we got it. It's going to be over, but we are on the green, and I believe that's going to be our, it's probably going to give us a bogey there. So that's 2 bogeys in a row after 2 holes, but this course it's not easy. I did shoot a 90 when I actually played this in real life. I do have a screenshot of the scorecard. The scorecard is kept there digitally on the cart. So I took a picture of the front 9 and the back 9. And then I'm going to transfer that over to a real scorecard here before too long. So 136 yards. It's down 44 feet, so there's some elevation change there. That's going to play more like a 9-iron. I want to say it's going to even play less than that. I don't want to carry it too far. It'll actually go off the coast in the back. So I think I'm actually going to play a pitching wedge at this and see if we can fly it there. And really what I'm just taking into account here is that we're 44 yards above it. So let's just go ahead and try to make a pure contact with the pitching wedge. Might be a little bit less, but as long as we stay out of that bunker, we should be okay. So pitching wedge. Solid contact. That should be good. Let's see where this ends up. It's going. Yeah, we're good. So that should be, I believe we're on the green. That should 2-putt us for par. I'd say that was a good choice. I believe a 9-iron would have flown the green. I would have been, that's me again getting ahead of myself, right? I'm gonna have to chip this now. Look at how I was all celebrating, right? I guess that is light fringe, light rough. So there we go. Again, just getting ahead of myself. Was so happy with the shot, I guess. 7 yards. Just want to bump this and run it. The green is coming towards us, or the grain. You can see the little white lines that are north and south. They're rolling towards us, so it's going to stop once it hits. It's not going to roll too much. Just want to get it there and just drop it in that little circle. Give me circle for a par. Happy with that. See if we got enough. Got too much. That was too good of a shot. So we turned that wonderful approach into a bogey. And that is just not being cautious with our shot. We were just too aggressive with that. All we needed was just to trickle it on, and I hit it too far. So after 3, I think we're already +3. We need to stop this bleeding. So we're going to take the 3-wood. I do remember this as well, or a hole that's similar to this, because it does just bleed off to the left-hand side towards the beach. So as long as we can hit it straight and bring it back, we should be okay. Looking to make better contact this time with this 3-wood than our first one. Let's go, 3-wood. That's a lot better shot. That's going to go out to the right, which will help us. Let's get out of that bunker. Don't get in the bunker. Okay, at least we're up top, so we can hit from there. 175. This is a par 4. It's not easy. These are lengthy holes, and you can see right there behind that hole, it drops off. So if you go beyond it, you're going to be OB. So 175. We're going to go ahead and play a 6-iron. I am in the rough. It is going to take some of it off, but I'd rather err on the side of caution than to try to fly this. So going to go ahead and just hit it right there at the pin. Try to put some draw on it if I can to get as much yardage as I can out of it. But I'm not going to gamble too much here. So just trying to hit a draw out of this lie to see if we can get it down there. I think we got it. Let's see how far we drew it. Nice. That should go. Again, that'll be underneath the hole. But we are not in the bunker, and we are in a spot to chip up. So we're safe in terms of distance, but now we need to get it into that magic zone. Want to go ahead and take a look at the green to see what the green does. Hit the green button. I think it looks to me like it kind of goes away from us. I think we can zoom down. I don't think I've done this for you before, but yeah, you can zoom down. Yeah, so we want to land anywhere up here. It looks pretty flat once you get there, so want to fly it to the hole if possible. Looks like that's about a 30-yard chip, so anything 20, 25-ish would be great. 25-yard chip's what we're looking for out of this. Clean contact on a straight line towards that pin would be great. That's a good one right there. Let's see if we got it. A little bit crossed my body, so now I have to chip again. Okay, I had this happening the last time I used this club, so I'm going to have to aim a little bit to the right because it does seem to be crossing my body. But now I have 7 yards from here, And this has got to be a chip out or it's another bogey. And that means it's 4 bogeys after 4 holes. Let's be delicate here though, because it does seem to run towards the hole. 7 yards, just a little bitty chip's all we need. Don't know if that's enough. Should be. There's the rollout. Are you kidding me? Not enough. That's going to end up being a double bogey, guys. So not even a bogey. Unless it gives me that little algorithm and we can just go to +4. So let's see what the algorithm does. If we're at +4, then we're good. If we're at +5, then we're not good. +5. Yep, it certainly did exactly what it was supposed to do. Might be a challenge here. Might be a challenge being our objective here if we don't keep these shots in the fairway, which I don't remember having this much difficulty in the real world, but it's how it goes sometimes. All right, 3 wood, let's go. Just get it down there into the center, hopefully. Solid contact right there. There's the cut. That's what we've been wanting right there, that baby cut. That was a great drive. That was a great drive. 213, 111. This is manageable now. This is probably going to be pitching wedge territory. Let's see how far uphill it is. And that'll determine what we're going to do. Just 1 foot. So that's 110. Yeah, we're going to play the pitching wedge into this green. Just look for that nice clean contact. Let's get it up there. I'm so glad they put this course on there. I was wondering if they were ever going to do that. And yes, I can play GS Pro and I can load this course, but to have it just available to me on my iPad, I can play this anywhere. If I go set this simulator up at my cousin's house, we can play it there. If I take it to my friend's house who has a little ranch and a party barn, we can play Torrey Pines there. So it's all capable now. And that's what I love about the SkyTrak courseware. They add meaningful courses, not just fictional or garbage courses. Here we go. Pitching wedge, hopefully on the green. Hit it a little bit thin, and I did hit it out to the right. See if it's going to make it there. Just. That should 2-putt us, though, for a par. So we'll be okay. Initially stop the bleeding, which is what we wanted to do. It should be all right. The 6th hole, I like the tournament setup though with the stands. That's pretty cool. That's something you can do on GS Pro is you can turn the tournament mode on, and they actually have like bystanders that are standing around with the ropes and everything. That gives you the most realistic feel of being at a PGA event. So very, very cool stuff. I'm gonna lock this garage so nobody comes in while we're in the middle of a recording session. See what happens here. 3 wood. Gonna just try to drive it out there just like we did a second ago. Replicate that drive. Solid right there. There's the cut. That is a great drive. And we are hitting our numbers. We're in the light rough, 203. We have a good look into the pin. And the good part about this is that we are shot number 2. So here's an opportunity to take the hybrid out. This hybrid is naturally going to fade on me. So I am going to aim it towards the left. And this one also has an adjustable hosel so that I could maybe influence it a little bit more one direction than the other. But I'm not even kidding when I say there might be this much fade on it. So let's go ahead and make this shot. If we bring it back across, that's great. If we were to hit it straight on that line, that would be okay too. I just want to make good contact with this 2 hybrid. We're going to set up for that fade shot. See if I can square up at contact. Hit it a little bit low. It's going to be a burner. But see what I mean? Came right across my body. Stayed in the fairway. And this is generally that 180 club for me. 180, 190 is what this will go. So that's why I felt it's very critical for me to add this into my bag. So that I was not stressing so much about hitting a 5-iron max to try to get it down there. If I can hit a 2 hybrid with a nice easy swing and get it 180 to 190 yards, then I'd say that I've met my objective. So let's go ahead and hit this shot now. About 37 yards. This is a 40-yard shot. What are we going to do? Take the 58 degree. That's what we're going to do. But we're going to, again, try to see if we can learn from our previous. So we're going to aim it just this way. Try to hit it just normal and get it closer to the pin. So looking for a half shot here with this 58 degree. That went out. I haven't done that in a while. I'm going to actually, good, it didn't read. I know what I did there, so I'm going to fix that. Haven't had those yips in a while, but I took that out too far one direction. So let's just keep it simple. Keep it simple here. Same shot. That's the one. Did pull it. Forgot to re-aim it, I guess. We're on the green in 3, so that's going to auto putt us for a par. But I am going to have to put some work in with the chipping. That's the one thing where I missed opportunities during this last tournament. Was not dropping into that one putt zone when I did all the hard work to get there. Okay, going to use that 3-wood again. Really need it to do its job. Going to aim it this direction. Look for that high cut back to the center and bring it back. So let's get that 3-wood out and let's execute the shot that we already know we can hit. We've hit it twice in a row. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3. Just replicate the swing every single time. Let's go. We just did it. Didn't cut as much as I wanted, so it's going to be off to the right. It's going to hit the cart path. Check that out. Got a nice little kick off the tree. Not too shabby. All right, now we're going to have a little bit of a challenge to try to get back. But at least we have a chance. And I remember playing this hole, by the way. It's pretty amazing. I think when I played this last time, I was off to the backside on the right. And there's some stuff going on over there. I'm actually going to play that 3-wood here. I mean, the 2 hybrid. It's par 4. I'm going to play the 5-iron. I'm going to just bank on trying to get that loft to get this ball in the air to make this shot. So I would probably play a 5-iron if I were in the real world, trying to dig it out of that rough. Just looking for some really pure contact here to get it down there. So it's below us 17 feet. So this is the right shot if we can get it in the air. 5-iron. Got it. Let's see if we got it in the air. Nice. There's the cut. There's the cut that I'm talking about, though. A little too much. Should be underneath the hole, though. Stay out of the bunker. All right. Now we're going to chip up. Again, this is an opportunity to dial in that chipping. This is probably 58-degree territory with 28 yards. We gotta capitalize on these. There were a few tournaments where this was really just falling in place for us. Haven't been able to replicate that since the tournament. So let's go ahead and try this. 28 yards. I'm gonna put more weight on my front foot. Try to keep the club more this direction. So 28 yards. That's a great shot. Let's see if we got it there. There we go, guys. It's gonna roll out, but I'll take that though. That was a good chip. Executed it like I wanted to. Unfortunately, I'm gonna get a bogey, but executed it exactly how I wanted. Just didn't get the right distance. 4.77. That's gonna give us a bogey. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to meet this objective. 93 yards. Look at this little par 3. It's very intimidating. Up 12. We're gonna take the approach wedge. See if we can just land it on the green. There's danger all around this too if you don't make it. So we're going to aim it off to the right and try to finish straight here in the top. So that's what we're trying to do. Approach wedge. That's it. Started it, brought it back this way. Should be on the green. Yep, just past pin high. Stop it right there. Nice little par. Sitting at +5 after 8. 9th hole here. Okay, this is a very, very difficult straight par 5. So this is actually the south course. There were some holes that we played, I think they overlap on the back nine, but this south course, this is where you have that little facility on the right-hand side. I think it's an apartment complex or a building. We did not go this direction. We went the other direction. So some of these holes you start off on, I think you go a different direction. They all look the same though. So we're going to take a 3-wood, try to drive it up to that on the left-hand side and bring it back. There's plenty of room on the right as long as we keep it close to the fairway. More importantly, we just want to drive it down there. Got under it, but should be a good shot. There's the cut. So it's going to come back to the fairway. Again, happy with that. Distance-wise, I did sacrifice some because I hit it fat. But what I've been telling you guys is, even though I'm catching it fat, I'm not all over the place. So it's within a parameter and margin that I can deal with. 177 down. This is a 6-iron. And if we catch this 6-iron pure, we are going to be on that green. Not going to change anything, just going to hit this thing flush. Let's go. 6-iron. Solid. See where it goes. Nice little cut back at the pin. Awesome. Alrighty. That was a good shot. Now let's make the right approach here. 130 yards, basically 127. That's a 9-iron. Again, just wanted to get that 6-iron down there, get it in the middle, and then just see where we go from there. So I'm happy with that shot. Now we have 127 to land on the pin, and we can make the shot. This isn't a distance that I usually feel pretty comfortable with. Let's just go ahead and make the shot. It's going to go out to the right. I saw it when it left my club. As long as it clears the bunker, and as soon as I said it, it didn't. But it bounced back, so that's going to give us a chance. It's not against the lip. And that is just me not squaring it up. The one thing I wish SkyTrak would add, which it might be coming, is that little, when you're in the driving range, you can see your club path. You can see all that telemetry. If they could just make a little box where you could see that during course play, I think that would just add. It'll just basically verify what I can feel, but sometimes just seeing that just makes me feel better knowing, okay, I know what I did wrong. This is going to be tough. We got to get it up, and we got to get it over to the left-hand side. I mean, the right-hand side. 17 yards, that's going to be tough. So let's go. Let's just get it in the air and drop it. Take a high cut at it, bring it across our body, and see if we can get it to stop. The unfortunate part was that I had to clear that bunker. That made it difficult. I think that's going to end up giving us a 2-putt, I believe. Probably another bogey. Let's see here. 5.7. Yeah, I believe that's going to be another bogey. But I got it out of the bunker. That was the important thing. Didn't get caught up in the lip. +6. Not bad. I'm going to play this course again, though. I'll probably play it right after this just because it's such a fun course. And you know, I'm able to play this. Didn't have this in my arsenal before today. Now I do. I'm going to get a little bit aggressive here. Take the 3-wood on this line. Try to clear that bunker. And then leave us a shorter shot in, which is one of that. Maybe a 9-iron, depending on how far this flies. Just got to make the contact, though. Got on top of that. Came around it. All kinds of things. So, ended up not working in my favor because of the contact, but we should be far enough back that we're going to be taking like a 6 or a 7 at it. 6, 7, sorry. Have to do that. I have little ones. That's all they do is jabble up saying 6, 7, 6, 7. What are you talking about? What does that even mean? 159, down 5. Let's just call that 155. That's a 7-iron normally. But because of the lie penalty, we're going to take a 6-iron at it and see if we can fly it onto the green from here. So let's go. 6-iron out of the rough. Great contact. I did get draw on it, even out of that lie. And into the bunker. That's not a good lie at all. So this will make it challenging. Because of the slope, it's going to come out towards the right. Yep, so I think our shot, believe it or not, is actually, it's in our favor. That it's going to actually shoot out to the right because I tend to pull this. I tell you what, if I make this into that gimme circle, I'm going to call that just a win, just given where it's at. So let's just try to get this 18 yards, primarily get it in the air, and then get it 18 yards. Got it. Let's see if it stops. Not too bad. It did go beyond it, but I was really concerned of not hitting it hard enough to clear that little bump. But again, gonna have to spend some time on the wedge work, which SkyTrak has this cool little feature called the wedge matrix. I think I'm gonna visit that after this before I play this again. Essentially what it does is you take your wedges, you start with your pitching wedge or whichever way you wanna go. My 58 degree, and you would take just a normal chip at it. Then you would take a half swing, then you would take a 3/4 swing, then you would take a full swing. And it gives you, I think, 3 to 5 shots at each of those levels. Then you move to your next club. And what it does is it creates a grid for you so that you can say, I would want to take my full pigeon wedge, or vice versa. I want to take a, let's go with another, a half of a lob wedge, or a 3/4 58 degree. So you start to build that telemetry in, and if you're more comfortable just doing a half shot, then now you have at least a method that has a calculation for you of how far that distance is, rather than playing a full shot at it. So let's see, 147 to the pin, down 19. I'm sorry, 153 to the pin, down 19. We're gonna play an 8-iron into this. Looks like there's a backstop up there. So if we can fly it, I think we'll be okay. 8-iron. Got it. See where it ends up. Nice. Don't know if I got all of it though. Yeah, I didn't feel like it. I just am spending my whole day here. Oh, I thought I was going to be on the beach again. I was going to say I'm spending my whole day here at the beach, not where I want to be. And then on top of it, it's these weird yardages. So 18 yards, we got to get better at these chips. So I'm going to play my forward, put my weight forward on this front foot and just concentrate on the follow through straight. So made this shot a minute ago, just carried it too far. Let's repeat that process. I don't think I got all of it. Let's see where that ends up. It's gonna stop. There we go. There's our first chip into the gimme circle. It did get caught up a little bit. That might have actually helped us in that situation. All good there. All good there. Alrighty, at least we stopped bleeding for a hole. So let's see where we are shot-wise. +7. Oh man, we cannot bleed out anymore. We are gonna have to finish strong. 12. We still got a lot of holes to play, so we got to tighten this up, or we're not gonna meet that objective. This is my first playthrough of this, so not that I'm making an excuse here. It sounded like an excuse though, didn't it? Let's go. 3 wood. Just relax and hit this. Hit the shot you know how to hit. Caught it fat. You guys probably heard that. As long as we don't go over the netting, we'll be okay. That is a 140-yard 3 wood because we caught it fat. I do know my mechanics, my swing mechanics are off. Wasn't even looking at the ball. So gonna need another 3 wood at this long par 4 just to get us closer. So looking to make a better strike here. Slow our speed down. Focus on the contact. Came on top of that one. We got the cut coming back. That's our second shot. Not a good contact on that one. All right, what do we have left? 100 yards. That's normally an approach wedge, but if we don't land in the gimme circle, then that's going to be not good for us. We're going to take a pitching wedge at it. We're just going to have to try to be aggressive, just get it closer if we can than 100 yards, and then go from there. All right, pitching wedge. Let's see if we can attack this pin, stop the bleeding. That's a good shot, straight. Let's see where this ends up, out of the rough. That was a great line. Unfortunately, we kind of backed ourselves in the corner with that really poor drive. That would have been good as a second shot into the green, but didn't make it there. So it's probably going to be a bogey. That would have been my third shot. It's going to two-putt me for 5. And that should take us to +8. Alrighty, here we go. +8, yep. On the 13th hole, I'm going to have to drive this down there. We really want to make good contact, though. All right, let's go. Try to get good contact on this. Just don't think about it. Slow your swing speed down and hit it. Not bad. It's going to have some cut to it. Should be okay. Yeah, I'm hitting down on it too much, and that's not causing that nice pure whip that I'm used to hearing, which gets it out there that 200 yards. So get another shot at it with the 3-wood. Try to make better contact. It's downhill 9, so that'll help us some. But more importantly, we just want to get some pure contact for once. Haven't made really good contact. I think 2 drives in a row I had back-to-back were really good. I'm going to replicate that. There we go. That's a lot better. There's the cut. There's the distance. Hit that downhill and run. Nice. We got some run out. Came back to the center. Good. That was a 200-yard shot. We needed that. We needed that shot. That leaves us 121. It's up 30 though. So we need to play this. We need to play an 8-iron into this because of that elevation change. A par would be great here. I mean, a birdie would be magnificent, but a par would be great here. Let's make some pure contact with this 8-iron and get it up there. Aim it more out to the right. Focus on that contact. Got it. Let's see where it ends up. Did we get it all the way up there? I think so. Sit down. Alrighty, we got it up there. That's going to par us, so that will stop the bleeding. I was happy with that, especially that second shot out of the rough. I'm sorry, making that pure contact and getting us over, getting that little run out. That was great. All right, let's see if we can keep the par train alive and meet this +10 or under. Gonna stick with the 3-wood. That might put us in a weird zone. So let's actually go with the 6-iron to try to keep it in the fairway. And then play that approach wedge in. We're going to give that a shot. So 6-iron and then maybe an approach wedge. Hit that. See if it's going to whip out. Yeah, I came across that. So unfortunately, that's not going to go far either. 126. Going to have to do what we got to do. So that was my mistake of not concentrating on my swing plane. Put us in a bind. But 149, 150. That's a 7-iron. As long as we can land it on the green, then that'll give us par. So let's really try to get this up there on the green. Just like that. Solid contact. Clear the bunker. Are you kidding me? Whoo, boy. That was a great shot too. Didn't make it though. Okay, so this is going to make the, for a dramatic finish, 13 yards. We need to get it up there, over the lip, and then land it in the gimme circle. That's easy, right? Let's go. Get it over the lip and get it in the gimme circle. No problem. Just like that. Just like that, guys. That's how we do it. Okay, we're still holding them off. We're going into the 15th hole. We only have 2 strokes to burn to get us to +10. Alrighty, let's go. It's the real drama from a real event. That's what it feels like. Let's aim this way, try to bring it back. Really get focused on contact though. We gotta get some contact. I have not had a good drive here in a while. That's better. That should have cut away from the tree. Did we get it far enough? We should have, I believe so. Just barely. We'll see if that little overhang comes into play. But I was happy with that contact. I noticed that I did watch that ball all the way through, so didn't take my eye off of it. We should be okay. 175, 180. Man, this is really a 5-iron, but I can't play a 5-iron. That tree's in my way and my 5-iron goes that way. So I'm going to leave it on this line and try to draw it. That's what I'm going to do. Take the 6-iron, try to draw it. Got it. Let's see if we got the draw. We did. Are you kidding me? I think it hit the branch. Oh, that was a great line. 71 yards. Ooh, man, I can just feel the anxiety is starting to set in here. 77 up 8. That's yeah, I know this shot right here. So this is a lob wedge. This is a full lob wedge with that draw bias aimed out this direction. Let's just make this shot. So I got to put this 1 inch in front of the red dot. That's what SkyTrak has told me. I've been hitting that shot all week in that situation, and it has worked. So let's see if I can replicate that shot one last time to get it on the green. I'm looking for the draw. Got it. Let's see if I got all of it. I don't think it's going to reach. It is, but it's going to 2-putt me, so that's going to put us at +9. Okay. I executed the shot, though, so that was good. Okay, 140 yards. Here's the opportunity to get one back with the bird. All righty. At a minimum, we want par. So let's go. What do we have here? Oh man, 139, 140. That's an 8-iron. We just hit this shot. We just got to get it on the green. We've got to par this. Nothing else. We got to par this. Or birdie it. That would be good too. Hopefully it doesn't go too far off to the right. Oh man. Might have done that. Okay, guys, this is going to probably put us at +10, and we will have 2 holes to play. Or we're just going to land it in the circle, count our blessings, and move on. What are we at? 28 yards? That's doable. That is doable. We're going to have to aim this direction, though, just to be safe. It does run, so we just got to get it over, drop it down, and then we should be okay. Man, this is tense. 28 yards. See if we got that there. We didn't. So chip out or we go to +10. Okay. 12 yards. Alrighty, 12 yards. No problem, right? Let's aim this direction just to be safe. Because at the minimum, we just want 1 putt. 12 yards. Oh, did I hit it too far? Sit down. Okay. That might be a situation where it's going to give us a 1 putt. I would hope. So we're at +9. If it gives us a 1 putt, we're going to be at +9 still. Yeah. Okay. We basically have to par 17 and 18 to make our objective, or we need to get a bird. So it is all or bust. That's what's going on in our world. So if you want to talk about this drive means more than anything, this is it. All right, let's go. 3 wood. Okay, we got the drive we wanted. That's step 1. We kept it in the fairway. Let's focus on our superstition. We hit that ball really great. Let's hit it again. $172. Yeah, that's easy, right? That's 172 to the front. It's up. That's a 5-iron. I got to hit a 5-iron into this pin. It's doable, but I got to execute this shot. I'm going to aim it this direction because I do tend to fade the 5-iron. Right now, I just want pure straight contact to get on that green. Let's go. Chunky. Let's see if I got it. I pulled it across my body. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I got to chip it. I just had this shot a minute ago and I could not make it. So that's the situation I'm in now. Got to make this same shot over the bunker, land it in that gimme circle, or it's plus 10. I'm plus 11 going into the 18. All right, let's go. 28 yards. Let's get it this time. Are you kidding me? What a great strike. And it did not read. Okay, let me see if I can make that strike again. If not, that means we're in that situation where the SkyTrak I need to exit out and go back into it. Let's see. Same thing, same strike. That's it. Too much. That's going to 2-putt us. Whew. So that's going to give us a plus 11, I believe. So the only way to meet our objective now is a birdie on 18, which is a par 5. Okay. We got to do what we got to do. Right? Let's go. Let's birdie this. We are going to catch this 3-wood pure. We're going to catch the second 3-wood pure. And we are going to walk out of here with a birdie. There's one. Okay, I'm laughing because I literally just barely cleared the bunker, or that would have been the end of my chance to try to birdie this. Okay, there's one. Hey, I just got to replicate that shot. No problem. We're going to aim this way. We're going to go to full 200 because we're not going to make it. We're going to go right at the edge of that water because we're not going to make it that far, but we want pure contact to give us the best chance possible. 3-wood, second shot. Solid smash. There's the cut. Get us in the fairway. Okay. 84 yards. So, on the green gets us a par. We finish plus 11. On the green, in the circle, gets us a birdie. And then we walk out of here plus 10. What do you guys think? What's the over-under? Am I going to make it? I certainly feel the pressure. I'll tell you as soon as I hit this shot if I have a chance. So my 80-yard club, it's going to be just a normal approach wedge, not a full one. Sand wedge is my 90. We're going to take the sand wedge at it, and we are going to dial this thing in, and we're going to land in that birdie circle, and we're going to finish with a plus 10. Okay, I do tend to pull this. I do tend to pull it. So let's aim on that line, try to bring it over. Last shot, one way or the other. We're either going to fly this or we're going to land on the green for par. Happy with the shot. Let's see where it ends up. Felt great. Oh, it's going to 2-putt us for par, and we're going to end up plus 11. I believe that's what it's going to be. So plus 11 should be 83, and that's exactly what we shot. Guys, thank you for watching. If you could feel the anxiety of that course, that's what I felt when I was there in real life. I shot a better score here, though, than I did in real life, so let's take that as the victory. I am going to play this course again, and I am going to get plus 10 or under. But for right now, that's going to do it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. See you guys next time.